Hello dear students, welcome to Pen and Paper Chemistry on YouTube. Our topic for today is very simple and in which you will be able to help me in teaching. The difference between electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell. Now if you notice, each of the words has been split so as to make the understanding easy. Electrochemical, that means involving the generation of electricity using chemical energy. Now this type of a cell we have discussed in our previous videos, where we took different electrolytes in the beakers, or they could be the same electrolyte but different concentrations, right? Concentration 1 and concentration 2, wherein we had called them as concentration cells. But in one oxidation takes place, in the other reduction takes place. So there is chemical change involved and chemical energy gets converted into electrical energy. Electrolytic cell. Now here, lysis, breaking down, breaking up, right? So something which is breaking down due to the passage of electric current, right? So a device or a process in which electricity is used to break down a substance and bring about a chemical change is called as an electrolytic cell. In the next video, we will be doing examples of electrolysis. So this is a process which is exactly opposite of electrochemical cell. So it involves the conversion of electrical energy to chemical energy. So unless you apply electrical energy over here, unless you pass electric current through the solution, nothing will happen. You have seen electroplated jewelry, you have seen electroplated articles wherein coating, you see gold plated is very common, silver coating is very common. Those are all processes involving electrolysis and they will not happen themselves. They will need an external source of energy, that is the battery over here. That is why electrolytic cells are non-spontaneous in nature. If you are in doubt about the term non-spontaneous and spontaneous, please refer to the video on in the topic thermodynamics, where we have discussed this in detail. Electrochemical cell, on the other hand, is spontaneous, right? Simple. In electrochemical cell, what did we use is, earlier chemical energy was getting converted into heat energy. The only thing we have done is we have connected them by means of a conducting wire in order to generate electrical energy over here. So let's suppose you immerse a zinc rod in a solution of copper sulfate. That's a spontaneous process, right? Zinc starts dissolving. We have used the concept of redox reaction in order to design electrochemical cells, right? In order to give the third point, or maybe fourth, fifth, sixth point of difference between electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell, what I have done is I have drawn very rough diagrams over here. And as I said, you will be able to help me in writing the differences between the two. What all differences can you see? I know you can see the board, but then give it a try yourself. Yes, there are two electrolytes or two electrolytes with different concentrations over here. So there are two beakers involved. Here there's only one electrolyte, right? Then what about the electrodes? Yes, the electrodes are immersed in separate solutions or separate electrolytes. So we can say different beakers or different electrolytes as well. The electrolytes can be the same, but then they will have different concentration, in which case we call them as concentration cells. Whereas in the case of electrolytic cell, if you notice, the electrolyte remains the same. The electrodes are dipped into the electrolyte solution. both the electrodes into the same electrolyte solution. The electrolyte here can be same or different. Just now we've spoken about it. If the electrolyte is the same, so let's suppose I'm using copper sulfate solution and copper sulfate solution, they have to be of different concentration. Whereas in an electrolytic cell, the electrolyte remains the same. Left hand side oxidation anode. I hope you remember this rule, LOAN. Left hand side oxidation anode. So here the anode is the electrode at which oxidation is taking place and is the negative one. Cathode at which reduction takes place and becomes the positive electrode. It is it's a type of an electrochemical cell which will help the electrolytic cell to work, right? So, in the case of an electrolytic cell, we call anode as the one which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery or the electrochemical cell, whereas cathode will be the one which is connected to the negative terminal. Last difference? Can you tell me? Yes, absolutely. In order to maintain the cell neutrality, we have salt bridge in the case of an electrochemical cell. Whereas here, if you notice, there is no salt bridge as such, right? So you need an electrochemical cell in order to power or in order to generate or in order for the electrolytic cell to work, right? Now in the next video we shall be going on to electrolysis. What is electrolysis? What are the different types of products obtained when the same solution is electrolyzed? So we shall be concentrating on electrolysis next. So stay tuned, stay happy, stay healthy. Happy studying to all of you.